I'm your man, Jay Muscle, and this is Speak Your Game, man. Let me speak to you for a minute, man. Let me speak to you for a minute, because there's been some things that's going down in the NFL that I can't let Rio say. I gotta talk about it. I gotta speak on it. So, of course, it's gonna be the normal routine. First game I want to talk about is the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys in their game. And if you didn't see or hear, and I can't see how you didn't hear, but the Dallas Cowboys took another whooping. Yes, another whooping. They took another whooping. And this is what I had a problem with. If I'm paying you millions upon millions of dollars, and I gotta pull you out of the game because the score is ran up so much, I don't think I need you for a quarterback. No hating on Dak or anything, because Dallas Cowboys situation is a whole nother monster, and I don't want to get into that. But one thing about it is, if you put Dak Prescott in any other football organization, how well does he do? But I'll put that out there. Dallas Cowboy fans, if Dak Prescott went to another team, how good would he be? And then the owner, Jerry Jones, snaps out on his radio station that he has to go on every week and threatens the guys' jobs. I mean, Mr. Jones, you created the monster that is at hand. You have made promises that haven't came to shore. And someone reminded me the other day of something he said before the season started. And he said, Jerry Jones said, this team gives me the 90s vibe. Talking about how they were championship teams in the 90s. Like, dog, like, if you are still comparing teams that you're trying to prepare for in this National Football League to the 90s Dallas Cowboys, which they was deadly. The NFL's a different monster, man. It's something different. Yes, those guys were the reigning monsters of their time. Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith. Yes, they were that the level of the league at that particular time. But it's 2024, man. We got quarterbacks that can scramble and throw. We got running backs that can run and catch. We got wide receivers that are tall and fast. It is not the 90s no more. I just want to get that out there. It's not the 90s no more. So stop comparing your team that you are trying to get ready for a championship run to the 90s. Compare them to the Kansas City Chiefs. Compare to them. Hey, can we beat the Chiefs with this team? And if they say no, make some changes. How about that? Hey, you think we can beat the Minnesota Vikings? If they say no, make some changes. You think we can beat the Baltimore Ravens? If it's no, make some changes. You know what I'm saying? And let me put it to you like this. If you feel your team can't beat the top 5 teams in the NFL, Make some changes, man. Make some changes. That's all it's got to be. But, I hate to take the shine from the Lions because they came out and handled business. They handled business so well, the Detroit Lions. They were just out there trying stuff. They was like, hey, you know what? Hey, you know that movie Varsity Blues? Yeah, maybe we should do the hook and ladder. And they pulled off the hook and ladder. They almost pulled off the hook and ladder, but it was a flag on the play. They almost pulled off the hook and ladder. Wow. Really? Like, that's got to be a blow to the ego. Jared Goff, only 7 incompletions, 18 for 25, 315 yards, 3 TDs, 153.8 passer rating. Let me say it again, 153.8 passer rating. And this is from when he just keeps evolving. Jared Goff is evolving in our face. He has got, they did the switch. Matt Stafford to the Rams. Jared Goff to Detroit. And guess what? Hey, look where he's at. And look where Matt Stafford's at. I just want to say that now. Look where Matt Stafford's at. And look where Jared Goff's at. I'm just gonna put that out there. I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. I just want to compare to how they traded them up, and everybody counted Jared Goff out. Well, he's gonna fade off into the darkness. He could build back in a couple years. Well, he built back in a couple years, and look at him now. Shout out to Jared Goff, hushing him up. And the Detroit Lions got like one of the best 1-2 punches in the NFL with their 2 running backs. David Montgomery and Jamar Gibbs. You can't, they just prepare for a run game when you play against the Detroit Lions. And my Tampa Bay Buccaneers already got to whop them already early in this season. But as the season is developing, you're looking at it. 12 carries apiece with both of them, Montgomery and Gibbs. Montgomery, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gibbs, 63 with no touchdowns. That's like 143 yards busted on you. Almost 153 yards in the run game with two running backs. The Detroit Lions mean business. And they go into Sunday playing an undefeated team, the Minnesota Vikings. And they've been on business the whole season. After everybody was counting them out, saying, their rookie, your rookie got hurt. Justin Jefferson, his season ain't going to be that great. Sam Darnold said, hey, hold my beer. Sam Darnold said, hey, hold my beer, man. And he has made a significant name for himself as a Minnesota Viking to the point to where I'm thinking when the rookie comes back healthy, he's going to have a backup spot because Sam Darnold's going to have it down pat because they can't take that from him. If Sam Darnold gets the Minnesota Vikings into the playoffs and deep into the playoffs, he has solidified that starter spot. There's no question to it. There's no question to it. But we're going to be looking at a serious game. Detroit Lions in Minnesota. That's going to be serious. That's going to be serious. And the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott threw 2 interceptions, 17 for 33, 178 yards. Their troubles don't get light. They got to play San Francisco's 49ers. They're going to have to get it together. If they take another L, Dallas Cowboy fans, go ahead and start prepping for the Dallas Mavericks. I'm going to let you know that now. If the Dallas Cowboys lose against the 49ers this week, y'all might as well go ahead and start prepping for the NBA or the NHL or something. The football is not going to be for you this season. So go ahead and stock up on your Maverick tickets and whatever hockey league that's in Dallas, because the Dallas Cowboys are not going to be the headline that you're going to be wanting to see. Bottom line. Other game I want to speak on is, you see me wearing them. You see me wearing them. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They played the Saints. And before this game, I had the feeling that something screwy was going to happen. Because all Tampa had to do was play their game. New Orleans had a rookie quarterback, Spencer Rattler. Hey, shout out to you. Some quarterbacks got to start somewhere. Derek Carr was out, which I wish Derek Carr was healthy enough so we could really see where these New Orleans Saints really was at. But they had Spencer Rattler. Tampa did a good job in the first quarter, and it's just like it fell apart. Tampa right now cannot put a full game together, and they need to get a full game together to make the run that they feel that they can make deep in the playoffs. And I can see the potential. The injuries have been there. I can see the potential, but this is what worries me. Baker Mayfield said before the game, I seen it online on the team's website. He said the Saints linebackers like to clog the middle. And for those who watched the game or seen the highlights, most of the mistakes that happened was in the middle of the field. I'm not going to count the interception that looped through dude's hands and the guy ended up catching it. That's just part of the game. It happened. But the other interceptions that happened in that second quarter, yeah, that's on you, Baker. That's on you. And he admitted it. Hey, he admitted it. That's good. He admitted it. It's fine. But we're going to be facing some real teams. And we're going to be facing a real team next week. Because, yes, y'all held it down in the second half against the New Orleans Saints, and it was more like how the whole game should have been. And that's good. The running game exploded without Rashid White. I think we might have to make a change there, too. Also, in the running back situation, I like Rashid White. I like him. I do. But it's about winning games and winning championships. And as we've seen this past game, Sean Tucker and Bucky Irving are producing run game that's threatening. That will be threatening to the whole league. I mean, Sean Tucker, like 14 carries, 136 yards, 1 TD, 3 receptions, 56 yards, 1 TD, 2 TD day, 1 on the ground, 1 in the air. Like, you can't, this guy, Sean Tucker, undrafted, out of Syracuse, I do believe, in 2002. It's his second season. Has worked his way into the Tampa Bay roster and had an explosive game. If I was the Tampa offensive staff, it'd have to be really considered of what do we do with Rashid White right now, because we have these running backs that are producing at a high level. You cannot deny this 100-yard game from Sean Tucker. You can't deny it. And Bucky Irving just keeps getting better and better and better. And on the downside of that, I mean, Rashid White is not producing on the same level of these guys. So does he take a back burner? Do you try to implement him more? And if you implement him more, is it going to hurt the team? Flip of the coin. A decision needs to be made, and need to be made soon, because this is the issue. This is the issue. Bay Buccaneers next Monday night play the Baltimore Ravens. And y'all see how I talk about Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry going to be one of the best running back duos in the league. I still mean that. I still feel Derrick Henry being in Baltimore is the most deadliest move in the NFL during the offseason. But when it comes down to it, I got to ride for my team. I got to ride for the Buccaneers. And as you see it, I'm wearing the Buccaneers. Yeah, both teams won, but hey, the jersey right here, it's beef week. It's beef week. It ain't nothing about the Ravens. It's all Buccaneers until Monday night, until the smoke clears. Simple as that. Simple as that. I'm going to let y'all know now. Both teams are 4-2. 4-2, both of them. Doesn't matter. Tampa Bay. On overall defense, Tampa Bay is 27th. Ravens is 18th. I don't care. I'm going Tampa Bay. In pass defense, Buccaneers are 29th. Ravens are 31st in pass defense. I'm still going Buccaneers. Ravens is the bottom of the barrel. We've been seeing what Chris Godwin, if we can get Mike Evans implemented, you see how the running back swings have been working. It's going to be a problem for the Ravens. All Buccaneers all day in rush defense, and you got to give it to Baltimore. They are a problem to deal with. The Buccaneers are 14th in the rush defense. Ravens are number 2. I mean, and it's a dominant number 2. They've only allowed like 389 yards or 69, one of the two, in rushing yards in 6 weeks. That's something. Hey, that is something to deal with. That is something to deal with. But in rushing offense, the Buccaneers are 6. But double-edged sword, they have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. So, of course, they are ranked right now number 1 in rushing offense. So, who's going to outrun who? I don't care. I'm going Buccaneers. Sean Tucker, Bucky Irving, let's go. Let's go. We going with it. But here's something that might turn y'all's heads. The Buccaneers, in defense with points scored against, the Buccaneers are tied for 17th in the league. The Ravens are 21st. So that means teams have been scoring hard on the Ravens. Yeah, teams have been scoring on the Buccaneers too, but not as bad as the Ravens. And then, I mean, total offense, the Ravens are number 1. The Buccaneers are 9th, but I don't care. It's going to be Buccaneers all day. Buccaneers all day. I'm going to let y'all know. At the end of the day, Monday night, Buccaneers are going to win this Ravens game. As far as pass offense, they're about even passing offense. Buccaneers are 9th. Ravens are 7th. But here's something that will turn y'all's heads. The Buccaneers, points scored, are number 1, while the Ravens are number 3. So it's going, I feel these defenses are going to have to step up. Simple as that. It's going to be a defensive game. If it comes out to a shootout, whoever has the ball last is going to win the game, and it's going to be these Buccaneers. Give me Baker, Sean, Bucky, Chris Godwin. Hey, let's go. We're going to see what it is on Monday. Simple as that. But that's what it's going to be like. So we're going to get to, like, every weekly session, muscles, monsters of week 6. And I mean, some guys showed up and showed out, and y'all gonna think favoritism is some type of favoritism here. But hey, look, check this out. When it comes to this list, there's a few things that I consider. One, did the team win? 2, how many yards did that athlete get? How many, you know what I'm saying? How many yards did he get? How many touchdowns did he get? How, you know what I'm saying, quarterbacks ways? Did he throw the interceptions? What's his passer rating like? QBR? Did he fumble the ball? What mistakes did they make? So when you see this list, don't think that, oh, it's just he's just picking these teams because these are the teams. Hey, there's a method to my madness, and like I said, it's my list. Now, if you don't like this list or you feel good about this list, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. Hey, come find me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Leave a comment. Hey, you come on this show, we can debate about the list or anything else that I've talked about. Jay Muscle, you can find me. It's not a problem. It's not going to go well for you, but it's not a problem. But we're going to get into this Muscles Monsters. And coming in at number 5, of course, Tampa Bay Buccaneer running back Sean Tucker with his 14 carries, 136 yards, 1 TD, 3 receptions for 56 yards and 1 TD. Yes, Sean Tucker of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming in at number 5. Yes, hey, he made it. He made it. Give the man his props. Don't hate on him. Give him his props. Coming in at number 4, this man has been amazing throughout the whole season of these 6 weeks. And I do believe he's made this list like 3 or 4 times already. And I look for him not to make the list. I look for other ways to keep him off the list, but he makes sure he makes this list. And that's Derrick Henry, running back of the Ravens. 24 carries, 132 yards, 2 TDs. And like I said, they meet Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday night. And we're going to see if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can slow him down, or if the football guys can give them the strength, stop Derrick Henry on Monday night. Hey, we're going to see. We're going to see. But, hey, coming in at number 3, I hope he does good on that Monday night. Yes, y'all know who I'm talking about. Baker Mayfield of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers QB. Yes, he does make the list once again. Yes, he threw 3 interceptions. That's why he's number 3. But he did throw 325 yards, 4 TDs, 24 for 36. He came back in that second half and did his thing. I mean, he had a passer rating of 97.8 or 0.6. Baker Mayfield, number 3. Hey, definition of the game ain't over until it's over. Number 3, Baker Mayfield. Coming in at number 2. Hey, I'm telling you, man, hey, this list be hard every week because these guys keep showing out every week, and I try to keep them off the list, and they're like, no, I'll make the list again because I'm showing out. Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, 20 for 26. He only missed six completions. That's why he's over Baker Mayfield. I just got to keep it real. 323 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. He had a passer rating of 114.7, 11 carries, 40 yards. It's a Lamar Jackson, and he's on an MVP level. That's why this game, hey Buccaneers, this game is serious. We gotta hold it down. We are facing a very high-powered offense and a determined team. We gotta get together. But coming in at number one, Jared Goff, quarterback of the Detroit Lions. Hey, he's another one that made the list again, and 18 for 25 in completions, 315 yards, 3 TDs, 153 passer rating. How's he not going to make how's he not going to make the top number one spot? Shout out to Jared Goff. Like, he is balling. And if you ain't watched the game of the Detroit Lions yet of Jared Goff, you need to see it because he's on. But I'm going to bring this session to a close, and I'm going to let y'all in on something. The NBA's coming in. Wednesday the 22nd, we have the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics. And then the game after that is the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Los Angeles Lakers. And those that know me know I'm a Los Angeles Laker since birth. Came out in purple and gold. So when I talk about the NBA, I told y'all that's the love. The NBA is coming. We got the NFL season getting good. It is a good time in sports if you love basketball and football. But you can catch me on TikTok talking about the NBA. And, I got to switch it up. Talk about here, talk about over there, talk about over here. I suggest everyone to go to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and look for Speak Your Game, look for J Muscle, and hit them like buttons, follows. Hey, if you leave a comment, I always try to speak to the fans because, hey, without the fans, everything I talk about would not exist. I want to hear from anybody and everybody. My name's Jay Muscle. This is Speak Your Game, and I'll catch you next time.